Hi, we're Mark and Nicola,
Hi.
and we're here at Stormhaven.
It's outside Kingaroy in Queensland, Australia.
So we moved here in July of 2022 when we purchased the property Stormhaven.
Yeah, so we did. Oh, 5 acres. Yeah, it's a 5-acre block.
It's broken up. 2.5 acres at the front, which is used for the house and all the growing. The back 2.5 acres is a paddock that's used for our cows, Daisy and Dorcas. Our aim here is to be partially self-sufficient. We're not big enough to be fully self-sufficient, but we can probably produce about half our own meat. We have chickens, so we've got meat and eggs. We've got the 2 cows, and then we've also got multiple areas in our garden. We're quite keen on watching the allotment videos, the UK ones. We're not really an allotment as such. We just have a very big block of dirt that we want to use efficiently. And this is Charlotte waving. You won't see a lot of Charlotte in our videos, but she is here. And Winnie, here's Winnie. Winnie's our little puppy. He's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And that's Kayla. Kayla's our Rottweiler. This is the citrus, and there's a mulberry there. In the distance is our chicken pen. And if you look out there, there's Daisy and Dorcas, our cows.
Okay, so this is the front of the house facing the road. We've got our roses here. We've had a pretty hard year with the roses. A lot of black spot in the soil, and so we've got them sort of in various stages of recovery. Lilies, they're just, you can see a spent flower. There's a batch just flowered, and now the next lot are coming through, and a little single solitary gladioli that got in there. Bird bath, needing a bit more water, and we're rocking around there. Over to the agapanthus bed, so we're looking to have this as a circle of agapanthus. There's bits and pieces of others in there. Cherry tomato that came up next to the lights by itself, self-set. We got the good old geraniums just for a little bit of colour at the minute in there as well, while the agapanthus particularly get established, and just mulched it today. So that's the driveway over here to the coming along a very leaf-ridden driveway. Different flowers, the gladiolis been in here. We've been taking the heads off as the different ones have flowered. We've got some pinks coming out at the minute, and there's another little purple one. We've had lemon, we've had a couple of different purples and mauve. So yeah, they've come along really good for the first year. There's then hippiestrums along here. So they're our hippies. Now they've all flowered. So we've got those along here, and we're a little bit late getting them in, but we've planted dwarf, medium and normal size sunflowers, so hopeful that we'll get some of those up this year. And last but not least, we'll just stuck across here, we've got a macadamia nut tree that we've planted, but also we have got some rosellas. We've got 5 up from seed, and they're going along like a house up far at the minute, and if you can see the little rosella buds there. So that's our vegetable garden. So we have a veggie pod, and in there I've currently got lettuce seeds and some rocket. And then as we come down, we're empty. So we've got some flowers to attract the bugs and the bees. We have cucumbers, more flowers, raspberries, silver beet, or chard if you're in England, leek, blackcurrant and red currant, more flowers, blueberries. Beyond that, we actually have zucchinis and pumpkins. They're very stressed, so I'm not sure how they're going to go. We've got corn at the end of this bed, and then another big bed of corn. Tomatoes and beans, they're coming to the end of their life. Beyond that, we have strawberries, a tub of potatoes, some sweet potato,
grapes. We've got chilies and capsicums. Oops, sorry about that. More strawberries at the end. Lemongrass. And at the far end where you can't see, we've got peanuts. And we also have brassicas just beyond the grape. One of the problems we are having at the moment is we haven't had any real rain for about 10 weeks. We're actually using our tank water, but we are starting to get a bit low on that. We do have some town water access as well. But we've planted things like beetroots and cucurbits. Now, our beetroots have really not done very well this year. We've lost most of them. I think that's, mainly down to the heat and the dry conditions. And the cucurbits are probably close to the same, but also another problem we've had has been that we found that the soil hasn't got a lot of nutrients in it, so we've been bulking it up. So the last couple of weeks I've been going and buying bags of horse manure and putting that into the garden to try and increase the nutrient value. Only time will tell, but the zucchinis and the pumpkins aren't setting their fruit, or where they are setting, they're dropping off. So, as I said, I think some of it is down to the weather conditions. Thanks for joining us this week. We took a little trip around the yard. We haven't shown you all of it. There's the orchard that's going in. We actually have some building work happening. So after the next week, we should be able to show you a little bit of that. We have got a range of other bits and pieces that we'll be doing. So not everything that we do will be focused on the gardens, although obviously Stormhaven is our major concern. It is actually part of our retirement planning. But we'll be back next week with another video, and we hope to bring you a little bit more information, show you what's actually going on in the garden. So this week was all about just giving you a very brief overview, who we are, what we want to achieve, and where we're going. If you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like it. You can also subscribe to our channel. You can share it, because that helps with the algorithm and helps us to get found. And remember to press the bell for the notification so that YouTube lets you know when we upload another video. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.